Hey Kinky Girls, and welcome back. You already know who it is. It's your girl Tanel of Kinky to the Core, and today is a little bit different. Today's video is about planning for a big event, whether it's a birthday party, anniversary party, or maybe even a housewarming, a graduation party, any of those things. And the most important thing is to plan ahead and to create a budget. So that's why I wanted to put together this video in regards to planning a special event. Now, my special event, as you guys can see by the title of these videos, is going to be a series. So my special event will be my daughter's sweet 16 birthday party, and she wanted a big shebang birthday extravaganza. But you guys already know I'm all about my coins. If you are new to my channel, you guys will soon find out I am so serious about my coins. Like, everything that is about my channel is super affordable for you guys. Like, I'm not the type of chick to spend high expensive money on makeup brands. If you do find it on my tutorial, it was something that I treated myself, or I found on sale, or I found a site that was cheaper. The same thing with my hair care products. It has even been given to me, caught on sale. When she said she wanted a big shebang, I was like, okay, we can do this, with the help of my parents. Thank God for them, because they are the biggest supporters that I can ever ask for as far as helping me raise my daughter. So, okay, I was like, let's get to planning and let's talk about time. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is time. Now, her birthday is in October. Her birthday is October 25th. So I started planning January, the first month of this year, 2016. So that gave me roughly between 10 months to plan. Now, I would normally suggest starting to have a timeline. 6 months can be short, so I would say anywhere between 6 to 10 months, or 6 to 12 months of planning ahead. Now, it's not as big an event as a wedding, which I would suggest maybe, a year to 2 years of planning. But with a big party or event that you are having, when it comes to your money and things like that, now, if you have the money and you don't mind spending it, your timeline can be shortened, because things get more expensive when you get closer to the date, especially venues, caterers, things of that nature, because they are on in time. Like I stated, the biggest issue is time. So I started planning January 2016. The first thing that we decided to do was to come up with a date. That is very important. You need to know the date of when you want, or a idea of a date that you wanted to have. So let's say the third week of October. Okay, so we knew her birthday was the 25th, so we just had to decide. Her birthday falls like on a Tuesday or Wednesday, I believe, of this year. So it's either going to be the weekend before her birthday or the weekend after her birthday. So that's what I mean when you want to come up with a suggested date of when you want us to have the event. So that was number one. Number two was finding a venue. So I started calling around maybe the end of January, February, calling, checking, and surprisingly, we found a spot very, very quickly. Everybody else was kind of expensive. And then they also wanted that you use their caterers, and I didn't want to do that. I either wanted to cook or bring my own caterers in, because it's a teenage party, so I didn't want to have serving them full plates, but I wanted to have bite-sized appetizers serving at the party. So those were the two things that I did right off the bat. Make a time schedule to start planning, which I said I was going to start in January, February, which I did, and was to find a venue. And like I said, I found it very quickly, and I found it within those same 2 months. So once I found the venue, let's talk about theme and colors. So that was another thing that we decided off fairly quickly in those first 2 months of January and February. I asked her, you know, what do you want a theme? Do you want, you know, do Paris or something like that? She was like, no, I really don't want a theme. I said, okay, so what type of colors would you like? And she said black and gold. I said, okay, let's do 3 to 4 colors. Let's do black, white, and gold, and maybe touches of silver. So those was our colors. So Pinterest became our friends. She will, you know, send me text messages, pictures of things and stuff like that. So, and I would do the same thing, and I would just gather information from Pinterest, gathering ideas as far as decorations and so things of that. We got the idea of black and gold. I said, okay, let's do everything that sparkles, because I found a lot of images and decorations and stuff like that for black and gold. That's what I love about Pinterest. If you type in black and gold, black, white, and gold party ideas, it's going to give you a variety of different party ideas. And what I was noticing, that everything that was black and gold has some type of shimmer or sparkle to it. So that's what I came up with the name, and the name of the party will be Sparkle and Shine Brighter October 16th birthday bash. So shine bright like a diamond, shine bright like a diamond. I'm being silly now. So yeah, that was the idea, and like I said, I just started getting ideas, printing them off, blah blah blah. So once we came up with the color and the name, or what we had imagined in our mind, what we wanted the party to look like, and like we said black and gold. So I just started everything that glittered and sparkled with the gold and the silver accents of the party. So once I started seeing stuff on Pinterest, you know, I would save it, I would pin it, and then I decided to, instead of just pinning it, how about create a binder of all the ideas that I have for the party. So you guys, I would suggest that you create a binder, something like this. The color printer wasn't working, but this was supposed to be gold. But anyway, it says Sparkle and Shine Brighters October Sweet 16 Party, October 22nd, 2016. So I got the date on here. I got the name of the party right on top of the binder, so I know what it is. And just like I stated in the binder, it's the first thing that you would turn to. It says timeline. So it has timeline and calendar. This is the first page of, or the first section of the binder. And I plan on pulling the calendar in here, which I haven't done yet because I've just been using my calendar. I've just been using the calendar off my phone, which I do plan on printing one out. And then right off of that that falls in the same category as your timeline is a to-do list. And this will keep you organized by month, by week, the closer it gets to the event. Okay, as you guys can see, I just simply printed off a party planning checklist, and it start off 3 to 6 months. Talk with the birthday girl, what does she want, which I already said. I hope you guys can see that right here. Talk to the birthday girl, what does she want, what does her dream party looks like. So that's what we discussed, which I told you about the black and gold theme right there. And then the second thing was pick the party date. This is usually on a weekend, week of the birth date, something like that, which we already talked about. Pick a birthday idea, check theme, things like that, which we did. I didn't do a send a save the date, because we are in the age of technology as far as Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can make announcements on that, and she's already been talking to her friends for the past year about their birthday. Now we're on 1 to 2 months, and that's what we're on now. We are 1 month out, and I have picked out the food and menu, and I talked to the caterers already, and now the last thing I have to do is send out the official birthday invitation, which I'm in the process of ordering those. I will order those next Friday, and when they get here I will mail them out. And this will be done within a month, so they will be out by the end of this month, so that will be a month out from her birthday, which is the 25th. And like I stated, because we are in the age of technology, the birthday invites will only be given to, you know, adults, her aunts, you know, family members, some of my friends that don't have daughters her age, her godparents, stuff like that. Just so they can have a keepsake momentum for her birthday. And as far as the kids, what we're going to do, she's having a photo shoot coming up soon, and I'm going to create an image for that, and she will place it on social media, or we might create a page on Instagram for her birthday, and I can go in and they can send direct messages, things of that nature for that. So this is what we're going to do right here. Create a social media page, Instagram and Twitter, and this is where all her friends will go to see the images for her birthday party. And then once we have the birthday party and a hashtag, they can post to this page with their pictures during the party. And then, like I said, we discussed the venue. And I have the city of where it's going to be at. And then inside, this is all the information of the banquet. We have the West right here, which we rented out. It seats 120 people. It has the address. We have a Saturday venue, so for 6 hours, 5 hours, and then we have an hour to set up, and then we have to be out of there by 11 p.m. and then it has the price on there, and then the deposit is 50%, which we have already done more than 50%. So it just breaks down all the information and everything like that. And I have kept the receipt stapled to that of my deposit. This is the seating arrangement for the venue that we'll be holding it on. So it gives you the measurements of the dance floor and each table. So it has 8 round tables, and then these other tables throughout the party. So that's what me and my mom is going to do within the next couple of weeks. Go back to the venue so we can make sure that we have enough decorations for the tables, things like that. Okay, so it's always to keep, if the venue have one of these, this is great for yourself, or if you're working with a party planner, so you will have the measurements of the table. So when you ordering tablecloths and things of that nature, you'll know what the widths are of the tables and the dimensions of the table. And this is just an extra one that they gave us. And then the guest list goes here, which I haven't received that from her. She is going to, I guess, not compile, because we are going to do a, for the most part, for the guest list. And the reason for the purpose of the guest list, like I stated, it's going to be sent out on social media, but to eliminate just kids coming, because I have been to several birthday parties and we have hosted several birthday parties that just kids just coming and coming and coming. So with the guest list and the social media, the information is going to be, you know, you have to DM that account or text myself, not October, which is my daughter's name. You guys met her. So not to text her and say I'm coming, but it has to be an official RSVP that I personally seen, so I could put their name on the guest list, And I'm going to have somebody standing at the door, and if your name is not on the list, I'm sorry, but you cannot come in. And this is going to prevent us from having more than 120 people, because that's how much the venues will fill. And you guys, I know some people was like, maybe like, it ain't gonna be that many kids. You got, my daughter is very popular. You hear me? Okay, so the next section is food on here, or ideas. And right at the top right here. And then I have the cake section. And I just printed off ideas for the topper, just in case, you know, I'll have to purchase that for the cake person. And then I also printed out ideas of a cake that she might like. As far as invitations, now I don't know if I'm going to go through Vistaprint. I've been looking at Etsy, and you guys heard, I'm gonna put the link right here, Etsy.com, which you can do printable ones. But I'm not sure how it was going to come out once I print it. That's my only concern. So yeah. Okay. So like I said, the next section is invitations. And this is just invitations that I have seen that I liked. And the next thing is decorations. And I have been picking up decorations ever since I started planning. In January, February is when I started, like the end of January, February. So I've just been picking up decorations throughout the way. And I'm going to have a, this is a series. So one of the series is going to be about the decorations and some of the DIY projects that I'll be doing as far as the decorations. The next section is entertainment, which I have a couple of friends who work for our local radio stations, WGCI and Power 92, and they also rap and perform. And I have several DJs lined up. I am just waiting on confirmation with price and if they'll be able to do that, which I will be doing, finalizing that very soon as well. And then another part of the entertainment is going to be a photo booth, which I have all the equipment here because I YouTube. But another thing is I have a friend who is a professional photographer. So he will be doing mending the photo booth so I can oversee everything throughout the party, so I won't just have to be standing there taking pictures, and they can also be doing it. And then you guys, a photo booth is not necessarily a photo booth that, you know, you can rent those photo booths that they can just come in and take pictures, but I also wanted him to be available to go inside the party and take pictures throughout that, throughout the party, the adults part of the party, you know, things of that nature. So I didn't just want to have a photo booth set up that, you know, they can go in and take photos and then have a photographer, because that meant that the budget will go up. But with him, because he's a friend and he has the equipment and I have the equipment, so both of our equipment together will just be more than enough. And I'm just going to order, you know, a backdrop, maybe several backdrops, so they can take pictures behind and she can have a photo session during that time. So that will be one part of the party that, you know, we'll let them know when the photo booth will be open during certain times throughout the party. So if they want to go and take pictures at the photo booth, they can. Then we'll close it down so everybody can go open it up back up maybe 2 or 3 times throughout the party, so people who are arriving late will get a chance to take photos at the photo booth. Now also with the photo booth, I also have props for them. I will have props for them. Some of them I will be making, so that will be another video, a DIY video that I'll be making. And then last not least will be her outfits, which we found a dress for her. Thank God my mom purchased that for her. So always to have people on your team that can take responsibility in certain costs in the party. Last in the back we have miscellaneous, and that is it. So you guys, keep same thing. Binder a party is like certain things that I don't want to miss or skip out on. So if I keep it organized and I keep it written down and visually that I can see these two things, and my laptop of course has been my friend throughout the planning this birthday party. So yeah, so just be on the lookout for the next couple of videos. The next video is going to be all about the venue and things that we have to do with the venue, making deposit, things of that nature. And then we're going to do a decorations video and a DIY of all the decorations and things like that. And then another part of the series will be me preparing the food, which that will probably be later on. Her photo shoot and getting invitations and things of that nature, that will be another part of the series. And what else? Outfit, maybe. So yeah, so that is it, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys stay on the journey of me showing you guys how to plan the best party under a budget, because you know your girl is all about. If you guys haven't subscribed and you want to become part of the Kinky Girl team, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can become part of the Kinky Girl team. I think I already said that, but my husband and his friend just walked in and threw me off. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you stay tuned for the rest of the series, because you guys, it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be great DIYs in here, and it's going to look amazing. Like, hopefully my vision and her vision match and it will work together. So yeah, so that's it for you guys. Thumbs up this video if you enjoyed this video. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Don't forget to comment if you have any questions below. If you want to follow me on social media, I am at Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat, all at Kinky to the Core. And you guys already know, thank you for watching. I love you for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.